I'll introduce it. Right. Hello, welcome back to Whisky. Am I looking at the camera? Doesn't matter. Right, I'm start again. Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. Another Wednesday, another whisky review with me, Joe. So last week I reviewed that Glenfiddich 21 and I said I'll have a special guest. So welcome to Matt.
Hello.
First guest on Whisky Wednesday, one of my good whisky buddies.
Absolutely.
And he's bought a rather special bottle for us to review, which I'll let him do the honours with.
Absolutely.
So this is the Balvenie Ton 1401, batch number 5. Now the Ton 1401 series that they do, they're on about batch 9, is it, at the moment?
Yeah, batch 9 has just been released in the international markets, is it?
Yep.
I think it's the international markets, yeah.
So each batch is released to like a different market. Batch 5 has basically been critiqued to being one of the best batches that they've done. Now each batch they do is a marriage of around about 10 casks. This one being from 5 ex-American oak or ex-bourbon barrels and then 4 sherry butts.
Excellent.
Bottled at 50.1%. And the name Ton and 1401 comes from the actual mash tun, the actual vessel they marry the whiskey in to kind of let it set before they bottle it.
Wow, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? Actually? Already?
It looks pretty good. It looks amazing, actually, yeah. So, really, really highly collectible. People buy it straight away. It's not available for very long at all. So this was available a couple of years ago, 2012 was this?
Yeah, 2012 batch 5.
2012
So
batch
David
5.
Show's been expanded since 2010. There's normally about 2 releases of the ton a year. Absolutely fantastic, special, really limited release. If you're a Balvenie fan, this is the one to get.
So yeah, but it's around about what this bottle now is around about £300 to £400 at auction. So it's an expensive whiskey, but at the time it was only around about £80 to £100, was it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so at the time, cheap whiskey, the very, very first batch 1 they did, was only available at the distillery.
And the first batch 1, sold for about £80, and now you'd be very lucky on auctions for under £2,000 a bottle. Absolutely ridiculously rare. Ridiculously rare.
That's how kind of collectible we're talking. So the latest batch came out, it was only a couple of months ago actually, and I think it was for the UK market. So people literally, they go on websites and they buy it and it's gone. It doesn't see the shelves in the UK because people just go online and they buy it. Anyway, enough talking, let's give us a nose. Let's try and get some nosing notes and then tasting notes. Now it's always hard when you kind of very first smell a whiskey. So, I don't know about you, Matt, but I get kind of a lot of oaky tannins. It's like a bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of tannin in there. I'm getting quite a lot of green apple and raisin in there as well. Like really dark.
Yeah.
Dark. It's almost like a stewed apple actually.
Yeah.
Stewed apple.
I'd agree with that. I'd definitely get the raisin as well.
Yeah.
And that'll come from the 4 sherry butts. Also, the whiskers they use in here are from the youngest being 20 years old, the oldest being no more than 50. So there are some seriously old whiskies in here. So yeah, as Matt said, raisin.
Yeah.
Stewed green apple. I get that classic. You can almost tell that it is Balvenie. You get the kind of classic Balvenie honey.
Balvenie always has that floral honey, that really massive floral honey. Especially the double woods. It's really easy to tell in the blinds tasting it's about Balvenie having that lovely floral honey. The aromas which come from it, absolutely fantastic. Green apples, figs, raisins, a bit of caramel in there.
Yeah.
Some of that dark toffee as well. It's just a really heavy whiskey actually.
Agree with that, 100%.
Yeah, that sherry's obviously playing a massive role here.
It is.
Massive role, yeah.
You can
in fact, it's more sherry influence than anything, would you say? Yeah.
I'd say, yeah, you could definitely, if you smelt this blind, you didn't know it was a particular batch of 4 different sherry barrels and 5 different bourbons, you would think this is a sherry malt. It's definitely the kind of figs, the raisins.
Figs, raisins, tiny bit of cinnamon spice there.
Yeah.
Very musty as well. An abundance of fruit as well. Absolute abundance of fruit.
There's a slight kind of dry wine note, so kind of almost like Madeira wine. It's amazing. I kind of want to spend a lot of time on the nose, but I don't want to kind of bore you for 10, 15, 20 minutes.
The other thing though as well, the alcohol isn't that sharp. I mean, this is 50.1%, and yet it would be really easy to mistake it for maybe even a 43% alcohol.
Yeah, you don't get much alcohol.
I mean, this is the same kind of alcohol level as the double wood's 12, I would say.
And I think that'll come down to the age as well. So obviously the age of the whiskey kind of hides almost the kind of the alcohol burn, the ethanol that you get. That's amazing. So seriously
stunning, isn't it? Absolutely dark. It's a dark, elegant, bold whiskey. Really incredible.
I'm getting a little bit of do you get some ginger cake? I get a bit.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Jamaican ginger cake, and also another thing you get with Balvenie, especially if you've ever tried their new make spirit, I get coconut with Balvenie as well, and it's almost like someone's taken a fresh coconut and toasted the inside completely, so all the kind of coconut flesh is kind of dried up, and you've just got this kind of charred, oaky, musty coconut. I mean, that's a really obscure taste in that. I've never done that, but
I half agree with that actually. Sorry to interrupt you there. This is more of a green coconut bean. Have you ever had coconut when it's been literally the milk out of the coconut itself?
What, the big green thing, or the coconut milk out of the normal coconut?
If you're lucky enough to get a coconut, a green coconut, some places they chop the top off and they put a straw in, and the milk is as fresh as it can possibly be.
No, I've never had that.
And that's exactly that on the nose there. So yes, coconut, but very fresh. Vibrant coconuts, very lively.
There we go. So if you've ever had a green coconut with the chopped top and a straw shoved in, drink the Balvenie 10 or 1401. Batch 5 specifically. Well, I want to go in for a taste because I think it's about time we got to the tasting. Slancher. Oh my word! There's not often times in a whiskey drinker's life when it kind of makes you take a breath and kind of sit back for a few seconds and reflect on the whiskey. But that is an absurdly good tasting whiskey.
That's stunning. How complex is that?
That's really good.
That's unbelievable.
And that's one of the times where your first taste, you almost won't get anything. You'll just get an experience and this kind of evocative flavours kind of going on and on and on in your mouth. I can't describe how complex that is. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely unbelievable.
That's ridiculous.
That's amazing. Bloody hell.
Okay, I'm going to go straight in for the second taste because I need to get some tasting notes. Because otherwise you're going to be sitting there going, what does it taste like? Okay, I'm going to give 5 tasting notes while Matt's just umming and ahhing about that. I'm going to give rich toffee, I'm going to give dark chocolate, I'm going to give butterscotch, creme caramel, and a handful of dried raisins and fruit. Just in that second sip. I've got 5 more already. Literally, my mind's going bang, 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 ping-ponging.
It's quite dry as well and elegant.
It is.
First, I was absolutely lost for words on that first day. So I'd add to that a bit of almond cake, that really dry almond cake, some marzipan in there as well, just on the backdrop. I mean, the most of this also with that creme caramel, that toffee is right up there in the front of the palate. There's some black vanilla pods in there as well. And I would say that finish is quite something as well, isn't it? Even after the second taste, I'm getting a huge finish.
You know what, as well, as Matt said earlier, the figs have come back.
Yes, big time.
Big, kind of juicy, sweet figs. A kind of a
so jammy.
It is.
Such a jammy fig whiskey. It's amazing.
And then on the finish as well, when I'm kind of tasting it as well, that Balvenie spirit comes back, so the kind of coconut comes back, the floral honey.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going in for a second one, a third one even.
I wish you could spend the next hour just sitting here and smelling it. I mean, it's absolutely superb. Wow,
you know what, you can tell, you can taste the age. If you guys have ever tried like a really seriously old whiskey, we're talking kind of 30, 40, 50 years old, and you know, we've been, you know, very, very, very fortunate and lucky enough to have tried some seriously old whiskies. You can taste the age on this, and you can taste the quality of the cask. So you get that kind of lovely integrated oak. So it's an oaky whiskey, but it's all integrated. So I'm getting tannins, I'm getting kind of dried figs, juicy fruit, jammy spice, kind of raspberry seeds. So, you know, if you chew into a raspberry seed, you get a little bit of kind of bitterness, but it's all integrated.
Moving away from kind of the dessert notes, there's definitely some fruit there as well. Raspberries, apples, and pear in there as well. These will be all blended together really eloquently. That is just superb.
It's amazing.
Absolutely fantastic.
I think I'm gonna sum up here because I really want to enjoy this. I'm enjoying it now, but I really want to finish a review by saying it's hands down one of the most exciting whiskies I've tried ever. Thanks, Matt.
Not a problem.
Cheers. I mean, score-wise, it's so hard. It's a 9 out of 10. Easy, 9 out of 10.
9.5 for me.
9.5.
That's absolutely fantastic.
It's hands down one of the most complex and exciting whiskies with the most going on that I've ever tried. I can see exactly why it's collectible.
Absolutely.
You know, I haven't tried any of the other batches that they've done, but that, it's a stonkingly good dram.
Amazing. Absolutely fantastic.
9.5. If you've had the batch 5 Balvenie Ton 1401, leave us a comment in the box below. Please share the video. I'll tweet Balvenie. Hopefully they'll like this review if they watch it. If you have watched it, Balvenie, leave us a comment on Twitter or on YouTube. And I will see you next week, guys. Thanks again, Matt.
Not a problem, an honour.
See you soon.
Alright, take care.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.